Welcome to the MicroMD EMR Common List Builder training session. Reference lists are found throughout the EMR. They include lists of users, diagnoses, procedures, pharmacies, medications, and more. A common list is part of a reference list that is user-specific. It displays only the entries that you most commonly use. You can start building your own lists, or you can have one person come up with solid, comprehensive lists to share with other users. You can also make changes and additions to your own common lists as you access the different areas of the EMR. This training session will help you build your common lists. The easiest way to begin building your common lists is through the Common List Builder. This is found under Tools, Common List Builder. This screen includes categories of the different common lists that can be built, available items, and My Common List, which is your actual common list for each category. There's also a Copy All From and Copy All To button in the lower left-hand corner of the screen. This allows users to share common lists with other users within the practice. Keep in mind that the Copy All To button is only available if in the EMR Manager, under your user, you've been given the additional function of allowing you to copy all to share your common lists with other users in the practice. Let's begin by looking at the Available Items area of the Common List Builder. This is broken down into 5 tabs: Copy, Calculate, Specialty, Import, and Lookup. The Copy tab will allow me to copy somebody else's common list for the category that I have selected. So, let's choose Assessments. And I'm going to go to my search book and find the user whose common list of assessments I would like to copy into my own. I'm going to highlight the name and click Insert. This list is Dr. Paul Primary's common list of his assessments. I can choose to pull items over individually by either double-clicking or using the single right-pointing arrow to pull those items into my common list, or I can copy the complete list by using the double right-pointing arrows, which will move his entire common list of assessments into my common list. Next is the Calculate button. This can be used after you have used the system for a while. The MicroMD EMR will display the most frequently used items in that category, which can then be added to the user's common list if it does not already exist on that list. Next is the Specialty tab, which allows you to choose a specialty and copy all the common lists from that specialty if they meet the user's needs. The Import tab allows a user to import common lists from another MicroMD user on another database within the network. You may also want to export your common list to another user. And finally, the Lookup tab. This is where you will find the lists of the possible selections in the system for the category that you have selected. This area is broken down into additional areas: the Index tab, the Smart button, and the All list. The Index button lists categories based on the type of data that you're currently searching. The Smart button will change according to what you have selected. So notice how when I click on medications, there are different items under my Smart button. also access your practice preferred lists that would have been built in the EMR Manager. Some categories do not have a Smart button. And the All button allows you to access everything in the database for the category that you have selected. To add items to your common list, you can either double-click on the item, use the single right-pointing arrow to move items over individually, or click on the Add to Common List button. If I want to remove items from my common list, I can use the red X, or I can right-click and choose to delete only the item that's highlighted, or delete all items from the common list. Another way to delete all the items from my common list is using the left double pointing arrows. If I want to alphabetize my common list, I can use the A to Z button, which will put my common list in alphabetical order. If I would like to reorder my common list in another way, I can use the up and down pointing arrows to move an item up or down on my list. Some of the most helpful common lists to be built prior to an EMR Go Live include assessments, encounter types, medications, pharmacies, and all the plan items. This concludes the MicroMD EMR Common List Builder tutorial.